領域展開無料空所
One of the most recent shonen series that heavily piqued my interest, and I was so impressed when watching it, Jujutsu Kaisen is a series that got better and better each episode, and now that the first season has ended, what better way than to share with you guys some of my favorite fighting scenes within the anime, so maybe you guys can also give it a shot. Also, a movie has been announced, which I'm really excited for when it drops, so if you guys do enjoy today's video, then please do subscribe, and together we can reach the next subscriber milestone. Without keeping you guys waiting, let us jump straight into the action.
着服は他のお土産とは言って
The first encounter and fight between Satoru Gojo and Sukuna, probably one of the best fight sequences to start off the first episode of Jujutsu Kaisen to showcase the power of Gojo, who is by far the strongest Jujutsu sorcerer in the series. After Itadori ate one of Sukuna's fingers, he immediately changes into the most dangerous curse, who is Sukuna, and only for a matter of time, Sukuna got the chance to fight against Gojo in quite the unique battle, as Gojo kept taunting him while dodging attacks with incredible speed. Gojo even withstood a blow from Sukuna and took absolutely no damage from any attack, and at this point, Sukuna lost control over the body and switched right back into Itadori. The fight itself was really intriguing, and that is where more people wanted to see Gojo in action and what the rest of Jujutsu Kaisen holds for the fans.
7、8、9そろそろかな
An incredible heated duo battle against Maito, who is a special grade curse that has the ability to change forms and shapes as he pleases. I'd say this was a fight for both revenge and determination after what Maito did to Itadori's friend. Mapa was absolutely flexing in this fight sequence with crisp animation that you can almost feel every punch and blow that was being delivered to Maito. It was almost like he was getting jumped in the streets and beat so hard and just took all that beating as an inspiration. They barely let the man breathe. He kept getting punched in the face by two people repeatedly. It was that crazy. Of course, since Maito already met Sukuna once and he was warned not to face him again, he unfortunately broke that and got what he deserves even from Sukuna. Mapa really put all their effort into the fights for Jujutsu Kaisen, as each battle that takes place really truly shows how great this anime is.
二度はないと
I was waiting to get to this part, but this one is one of my personal favorites between Itadori and Todo. A hand-to-hand showdown between two best friends, while after Itadori getting beat, he shows his strong side and doesn't give up just yet. Even after getting asked what his woman type was, I guess they are both into the same thing, making them both men of culture indeed. This was such an addicting fight that even the whole made-up flashback of Todo had better plot development than most anime. It's like two enemies fighting each other and agreeing on one thing to where they become the bestest friends just like that. Those two are such an iconic duo within the series, you just wouldn't want to stop watching them for hours.
極めつけは小さい体で素の力は俺より強い戦士交代だ
After becoming best friendos from their first fight together, now Itadori and Todo both team up to go against a very powerful cursed spirit named Hanami. Studio Mapa is simply incredible during this fight sequence. Like, how is it possibly this good while being able to maintain consistency throughout the whole series? Even after watching this specific fight alone, I even go back to YouTube just to watch it again because yes, it is that good. As I mentioned how Itadori and Todo are both iconic duos of the series, I just love the stance they did just before the serious fight and how they were in sync. Imagine being this in sync with someone you just only known for only a few hours. Truly, this is a power of best of friendos. They even matched each other's footing while falling from a major height and managed to evade a deadly attack. If I ever met those two in real life, like, maybe we could possibly become good friends. Well, maybe.
叩くなら今化け物め
ま、僕を狙ってきたのは確かだね。
This right here was one of Gojo's last big fights of the series, since we pretty much don't really get to see him much in action for the majority of the series, but I'm hoping that the movie will show more, as he is by far one of my favorite characters of the series. This fight right here is what woke the internet, and it's what helped the series grow so much based on this fight itself. From the perspective of a heated battle to the death between Gojo and Jogo, this is the moment where Gojo reveals the true extent of his powers through uncovering his eyes behind his mask for the very first time in the series, while using a move called Domain Expansion and completely obliterating his opponent. Gojo up to this point has been a very mysterious character that we haven't got much to see up until this very point in the episode, and now we all know what this Kakashi clone is really capable of doing.
怖い
除外だぞ。死にはしないさ。
なんちって
I never actually thought that I would see a talking pan in an anime series that would easily steal the spotlight, considering that he is just a side character, but what he showed during the fight was so unique. Not many anime do this, yet the battle was really engaging to me, and Mapa managed to deliver a very meaningful and impactful fight at the same time to the audience using just side characters. This goes to show that Mapa not only wants the main characters of the series to have their moments, but to also show that the side characters do have a point of being relevant in the series, as they serve a purpose, since they went all out during the animation of this battle sequence. It was so immersive and overwhelming to see something like that, which I really appreciated.
お辺の除外と一緒にすんなよ。悪の位置くらい磁力操作でブラウハルさ。お前の敗因は人形舐めすぎ。
私が浮くほどの重力の風、砂利とか枝が混ざるとクソ痛い。
Let's also give some love to our female characters, and can I start by saying that Nobora is such a great female shonen protagonist that there is actually not many characters like her at all. We definitely need more characters like Nobora, as she can be such a great inspiration. She's not just there to be in love with the main character or even call for others to save her life, because she can pretty much handle herself incredibly well, even when taking a beating. It's such a nice and refreshing way of showcasing a badass female character. Her Jujutsu powers might be underrated for many compared to what others can do, but from what I've seen, she is pretty strong. Even her squeaky hammer is pretty OP, that Mai had to shoot a bullet to get Nobora away from her teammate. The series easily has top tier animation and could potentially be one of Studio Mappa's finest work. So yeah, I wanted to add this fight and also show the female characters some love that they deserve in Jujutsu Kaisen.
男がどうとか女がどうとか知ったこっちゃねえんだよ。私は藤崎野原なんだよ。
The final battle of the series for now. This was a time for both Itadori and Nobora to shine as they both face against a challenging foe and his brother. This is a fight that had multiple twists during its showcase, and of course all our characters have been separated to each fight their own enemy, and I think what Mapa did there is actually interesting, and that is to bring out the potential of our characters and to show what they can do in their own way without help or aid from others. Of course, when Yuji and Nobora both team up to fight against the final enemies, the way they structure their teamwork and syncing their attacks show great chemistry between our heroes, and the development process that they went through all the way to get there is a vital moment in time. This is a final fight that delivered nothing but great things all over, and Mappa continues to show great animation work and exciting heated battles once again.
かんざし
「
出てくるならさっさとしてください。
Another fight within Jujutsu Kaisen that also had a big plot twist nearing the end. Naomi is a character that is all about getting the job done before going into overtime, but what does happen when overtime strikes? Well, let's just say that things get a lot more serious than how it was previously fighting. Even though Naomi looks like he is fighting with all that he has, the true extent of his powers remain hidden until the time is right. Because he took on a job that he expected to finish pretty fast, which was not the case, he had no choice but to show his true powers afterwards. So this whole time he was limiting his own cursed energy and then bringing it all out. Honestly, Naomi is a character that is full of surprise within Jujutsu Kaisen, yet he is just a side character like when I showed off the Panda vs Mekamaru fight. He is definitely one of the characters in the series worth looking out for.
残念ですが。
なんだ重力が増えていく。
ここからは時間外労働です。
動け動け動け動け動け。
This fight showed Itadori's first encounter against a special grade curse when he has absolutely no match for it. This was one of these moments where you see the main character of the series incapable of defeating a very strong enemy, which shows big development since he hasn't yet learned the full extent of his powers yet. Thus, he begged Sukuna to take over to deal with the enemy, which is exactly what happened. My, how the tables have turned, and I'm saying that because the fight has completely changed since now the special grade curse is no match for Sukuna. I just love Sukuna's voice a lot. I think Mapa chose the perfect voice actor for that role. Not to mention how calm and collect Sukuna is during battle and shows no hesitation or even mercy to those who get in his way. He is easily becoming one of my favorite shonen villains in anime.
腕は惜しいか。
Well then, boys and girls, it is time to wrap up the video, and I really hope that this video has encouraged you to at least try the show for yourselves, because Jujutsu Kaisen will only get better, as this is just the beginning and the starting point. If you enjoyed, then please do leave a like and show your support, and as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one.